It is 9:32, and we're on our way to scuba dive in Cabo. Do not mind my breathing, because when I tell you the walk from Timbuktu to the promised land was on another level. But we be out of town doing stuff that we normally wouldn't do. So scuba diving was next up on the list. It was okay, I'm going to get into it. But our instructor, she was so pretty, and she was so patient. Look at her, y'all. She is just the cutest little thing. We're just going to say her name was Liliana, because that's a cute name. No, I think her name was Sarah, y'all. I think it was Sarah.
You will see me that I have my arms in here on the front.
As we started walking over to the pool area, I'm like, what am I getting myself into? But we was going to the pool, so if this didn't work, ain't no way I was getting in the ocean. I think Savannah is nervous.
So the tank is about 20 pounds.
Although she said 20 pounds, it really wasn't heavy. But then again, we're in water, so you can't really feel the 20 pounds. After we left the training, they advised us to go back, get like a light breakfast, nothing heavy, because the oxygen going into your mouth could cause you to throw up, and don't want to do that 40 feet down in the water. So we took a little short van trip. I think they picked us up first, and then we went to go get the couple that was with us. They were from Texas. They was newlywed on their little honeymoon or whatever. I think it took the husband time to grow on us. I hope I can fit my swimsuit. Around this time, I could tell Savannah was getting kind of nervous, because you could just see her body just bending up, and it's like, girl, let it loose. We gonna be okay. And then if we not, YOLO.
My name is Brandon. I'm gonna be with you guys in the water.
Another Brandon.
Brandon. That's right. Brandon
Lee,
was
real nice. I mean, really welcoming, regardless of, because it was money. You
We're gonna give you guys
don't be welcoming. He was very nice.
Your gear, okay? I'm gonna give you guys your wetsuit, and right now we're gonna head to Pelican Island. It's about 7.
Because I'm a BBW, I really was worried about this wetsuit.
So like, enjoy your boat. If you have any
wetsuit, they got one for big baby. Yeah, nervous. She said she wasn't all she was nervous. No. Big baby got in there.
Not big sexy. Big fine scuba gear.
Let me get ready, guys.
Well, this is not for people that don't have necks. But we got in it. A real disclaimer. This Pelican Island look like a 10 out of 10 when you see it on Instagram and the website, but really, it's like a 5. Brandon, say hi to you too.
Hey, hi everybody. We're gonna go see sharks. Nah.
Because you know you don't play with black people like that. Like, why would you say that?
They're like a hedgehog. They only will react in case if we try and touch them. They're not gonna even move.
You ain't gotta worry about us touching nothing. By the time we was all the way down 40 feet, I was ready to come back up anyway. So you had to worry about me touching nothing. So when you get there, the water is stupid cold. But once you fall back in that water, you ain't standing there. I think all your senses just go out the door. Like, I can't feel, hear, or see at this point. No, it was, and she was a little scared, because she had a little meltdown prior to us going down there. But it was just like, baby, if you feel like you can't do this, don't do this. But the people that we was with, they cheered her on, and she ended up doing it. So when we start to descend, here's where I had an issue, because my ears were not regulating. Like, they were not popping. As you go down every 5 to 6 feet, your ear's supposed to pop. Mine was popping. It was so much pressure, and I kept saying stop. Like, let's do the sign, stop. And I know I was wearing them other people out. They probably was sick of me, but I ain't finna bust my ear so y'all can get the longest amount of time. Like, we ain't doing that. So we kept having to stop because of me. When we get down there, the schools of fish, I don't care nothing about none of that. I'm scuba diving. I ain't trying to touch no fish. He had already said something about some hammerhodge or hodge head. I don't even know what it was because you ain't got to worry about me touching nothing. I wasn't trying to touch nothing. The other dude, he had picked up rocks. I told y'all he had warmed up on this because he had got 4 rocks. He asked me, did I want it? I was like, I don't want that rock. I was told, leave people stuff. Where is it? Don't be taking no rocks and no seashells and none of that stuff back home. So I leave people stuff. Where is it? I don't know if that's only subject to Hawaii, but I ain't trying to take no chances. As we descended to our furthest depth. Now, this is where stuff started getting shaky because at this point, we're 40 feet below. And at first, me and my sister was holding hands, but every time I looked back at her, I just kept getting nervous and more nervous and more nervous. Because when we was doing the training in the pool, they had made you, you had to swipe the regulator out your mouth. And then you had to like pull your arms to get it back a certain way. And I couldn't get it. So I had them freaked out already in the pool. So my mind like, I can't have this happening 40 feet under because if I can't get this regulator back in my mouth, baby, I'm swimming to the top. And they already said you can't just go to the top after being down so far. Like, you have to slow your descent up and regulate your organs and stuff before you just rise to the top. But I'm just sitting up here like, if this regulator come out my mouth and I can't get it, you already gonna be in panic mode because you up under all this water. But baby, the only thing I know is to go to the top where the oxygen is. So it was definitely an out of body experience. And then we had got to this one point where we was like the deepest, and look to the right, you couldn't see nothing. It was pitch black. And I know them other folks wanted to keep going, but baby, I had got tired. I breathed out my nose. I am not like, while I'm talking, I am, but in and out my nose. So this oxygen flood in my mouth was definitely getting me. I was tight. I was wet. I'm already a big girl. Like, that was exhausting. On top of worrying about my youngin', like, it was super exhausting. He checked our gauges to see how much oxygen we had, and I guess I ain't have a lot, and I didn't even care because I was ready to go up. Like, we scuba dive. Like, what else you want to do? We done did it. We up under here. We in there. What else we doing? But he was very patient. Again, he was very patient. He was, even the husband, he kept turning around checking on us too. Like, he worked, because we was kind of in the back. They was doing this with ease, and they said it was their first time too. But you know, maybe they grew. Oh yeah, they did grow up in water. Because honey, she said she almost got bit by a shark 3 times, and one time she pushed her mama in the waist. So they probably was familiar with this type of stuff. I mean, we don't snorkel. We did the underground, the cenotes in Mexico before, but scuba diving was just something else. Like, you really putting your whole life in the hands of this oxygen tank. Like, your whole life. And this instructor, and then that was crazy is the next day when we went to jet ski, we seen a whole fucking whale. So what if we was up under there and we seen that same whale? Like, I probably would have freaked out. But would I do it again? Yes. Would I do it again with my child? No. I don't even know if she really will do it again, but I think you should try it. If you have the opportunity to try something new, try it. What you rate it? No, what you rate it? Honest opinion.
7.5. It went bad. It went
Nice,
bad.
guys. Good job. Now, gracias.